Hey kids, it's Mr. Trevor here, and we got a little lesson about space today. I'm wearing my Apollo 50th anniversary and my NASA hat so that we can celebrate space a little bit together. And today we have a goal. Our goal today is to make a scale model of the solar system by orbit. Now, we might want to think a little bit about that before we do anything else and say, okay, what exactly does it mean to be scale? Well, a scale is a ratio of size in a map, model, drawing, or plan. See, I drew the Earth right there. It's not the actual size of the Earth though, but you know that. But that's what we mean by a scale. I drew it. It's the same planet that you're on, but it's smaller so you can see it. But we also want to know what a solar system is. See, the solar system is the sun and the collection of planets that orbit around it, as well as any planetary satellites that are usually called moons. As well as any planetary satellites, asteroids, comets, dwarf planets, etc. Anything that's going around the sun is part of the solar system. So here's what you're gonna need. You need a cash register receipt and a pen or pencil. Thumbs would be helpful, but if you got fingers, that's fine. All right? Now, if you don't have cash register receipt, just wait, because somebody's gonna go to Walmart one of these days and come back with a cash register receipt. And I'll tell you what, the longer it is, the better this is gonna be. So a really long piece is even better. And you might even ask next time you're at the store, they might just print out a big piece for you just for fun. I actually have a roll of cash register tape right here because that's kind of who I am. And so I'm gonna pull out a big long piece here. And I've got myself a big long piece of cash register tape. And you might think, well, don't I need more than that? Well, yeah, actually, you're gonna need a writing utensil. I've got a Sharpie. If you don't have a Sharpie, a pencil will be just fine. And here's what I'm gonna do. So on our vocab page for the solar system, you might have seen right at the top, MVEMJSUNP. Now, that's the planets in order. If you don't know it, I always think about it. My very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas, but I'm an old guy and I keep Pluto in there. Some people get rid of Pluto and they say, my very educated mother just served us nachos. Well, that's fine, and I like nachos, but I like Pluto, so I keep Pluto in there. That's just me. But it's not just me today, it's me for our model that we're making here. I'm gonna put a big S on one end, and that's gonna stand for the sun, because the sun is the center of the solar system. Solar means sun. And on the other end, to make this simple, I'm going to put a P for Pluto. Pluto. There's a P for Pluto. And on the other end is an S. I'm going to put the S and the P together. If the sun and the Pluto were touching, I could fold this in half, and right in the very center of our solar system now, we have a crease. And what goes on that crease right there? The letter U. That's for the planet Uranus. Remember, just served us 9 pizzas. Well, I'm gonna make the P and the U touch each other. Can you see that through there? The P and the U touch. And I make a nice crease with my thumbs. Gotta have thumbs. And that's where I'm gonna put my N, 9 pizzas. Hey, we've got 3 of the planets already on there. That's pretty good. Well, let's keep going. We're gonna take the sun and put it on Uranus here. Put them together. You can see through the paper there. And using our thumbs, making a crease there. And that's where we're gonna put another S. In fact, this S, I'm gonna put a ring around it. Why? Because it's Saturn. Saturn's got a ring on it. Okay, so if I start with the sun and I go a quarter of the way, I get Saturn. Halfway, I get Uranus. 3/4 I get Neptune, and all the way out is Pluto. But that's a lot of planets that are gonna fit right there between the Sun and Saturn. So let's fold that in half again. And there we will get Jupiter. We're gonna fold it in half again. Now this is a different one that maybe you haven't heard of before. You ready? It might be tricky, tricky. I'm gonna put a C right there. The C stands for Ceres, which is part of the asteroid belt. The asteroid belt's a bunch of rocks, and Ceres is the biggest one. So Ceres, the asteroid belt, is halfway between the Sun and Jupiter. Now, if we fold this in half here, we kind of get a weird spot, because on that crease, there's no planet, none at all. But we get Earth on one side of it and Mars on the other. So there's my crease right between Earth and Mars. Now after that, I've got Mercury and Venus to fit in there, and there's not a lot of space left. So usually I just kind of jam them in there, just like that. And then I have the Sun, my very educated mother, and we add Ceres in there, just served us nine pizzas. Wow. So if I stand way back here, you can start to see the entire thing right there. If you followed along with me, you have just made a scale model of the solar system with all of the orbits at more or less the accurate distance apart. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars are right there, really close into the Sun. And everything else is a long ways away. Long ways away. So here's my question to close with, all right? So this is something you need to think about. Talk about it with your parents, talk about it with your friends, and next time we meet, I might even ask you about it. Why don't we send more spaceships way out there to the other planets? I mean, we can go to the moon, and we've sent things to Mars, but maybe a better question, how long do you think it would take to get there? Think about it. Stay tuned for next time.